Subscribe. Subscribe. Notification bell all. Do you hear that, everybody? It's really simple. You hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and all videos. Not random. Not the other choices. Gray, that intro's too long. I want you to just quickly start talking, you bastard. Hello and welcome. This is Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime.
Well, Gray, that
As
was
you
a
are
little
aware,
long.
videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
It's a house!
Did you hear what I said? You know, that's just one step above stupid. Have you lost the last 3 brain cells, or do you just have cabbage for brains? Come on, man. 5 brain cells, 4 aren't working. There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
It's a house!
Well, there we go, everybody.
What's going on? Let's see. Hey. All right, Mary Lou, it looks like it is Daphne's birthday today. All right.
Who's Daphne?
You remember Scooby-Doo? One of the characters in Scooby-Doo?
Oh, yeah. I thought that was a fake show.
Well, it's a cartoon, of course, but, you know. Daphne is one of the characters.
Are you sure?
Nah, not really. But anyways, you gotta sing happy birthday for her. Right?
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to Daphne. Happy birthday to Daphne. Happy birthday to Daphne. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
That wasn't very good, Mary Lou.
Shut up, Timmy.
Yeah, it really wasn't that great.
Hey, John Boy, you shut up too.
Yeah, well, there you go. Not sure if that was the greatest in the world there, Mary Lou. But, you know, you give it a shot.
Gosh, Gray, that isn't very cool. You're mean. Just like they all say.
Okay. Just like they all say. Did you hear that? Yep. From Guam, all right. Remember Guam? This person in Congress asked the question, something like, you know, something like, how long can we keep Guam floating or something? I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's an island. It's not floating. It's literally an island. Like if you put more cars, it's not going to sink. It's not an island. I mean, it's not a floating island or anything. You don't put like some heavy equipment on it and it starts sinking. Don't you remember that time? Wow. And thank you up there to Kelly Snyder. Other than that, we're at 0 to start the show, even with happy birthdays and everything. Let's see. Tipping over with too many people on one side. Yeah, it was some kind of crazy comment like that. Remember how ridiculous it was? Now, if we put too many people on the base on the other side, will it tip over? Or maybe I can find that really quick. Let's see, where is that thing? Guam tipping over congressman. Yeah, right here. It was great. Yeah, it was awesome.
Now, this is a island that at its widest level is what, 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level or smallest location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other.
Kind of reminds you of the guy that's running the show today,
correct?
doesn't it?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very
relatively
small island, and about 24 miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide.
That's the narrowest point.
On the widest part of the island.
No, narrow.
And I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
The island is going to capsize everybody. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. No, Jesus, you got to be kidding me. You know, if those pesky islands that just float around on anchors, you know, that one's right in the middle of the island, so it doesn't move, of course, but if you put too much weight on one side, it will tend to bob over. Jesus. Oh my God. Just think about that. That's the mentality of people running our government that think on those lines. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely crazy. Gray, I came here to discuss Caleb and Sebastian. Not politics, you bastard. Well, you know what? I can bring up whatever the hell I feel like bringing up. And you can watch whatever the hell you want to watch. And if you don't want to watch, then don't watch. But I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say. And if you don't like it, too bad. All right? I'm not here to please somebody with my comments. I'm here to think and react and say things that I want to say. Okay? Thank you very much. Now, if you're out there and you'd like to help support the channel that says what they want to say, thus affecting the revenue for the live streams, because I don't cave into the, saying ridiculous things like unalived, etc. That would be absolutely awesome. Help support my channel, and it allows me to give away a ton of it as well. It's been amazing, all the generosity all of you guys have, but my channel does rely on your generosity and ad revenue and channel memberships, etc. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Why are you so condescending? What happened to you? Look how stupid that Texas veteran person is up there. What's condescending about pointing out that somebody thought an island would tip over if you put some equipment on one side of it? Yes, you know what? I am being condescending to that. I think you should sound condescending to that. Yes, that person's an idiot, because they thought that putting weight on a side of an island would tip it over. What? My God, you got to be an absolute rodeo clown to say something like that. Gray, Jay, why do you have to be so condescending? Isn't it okay that he thought it tipped over? God, wake up. Freaking nuts. Hey, thank you, Daphne. And Rad Story. Daphne's trying for a birthday wave, maybe for her birthday, helping support the channel there. And Rad Story, this is why you're the best. You do things the gray way. Hey, I like that. The gray way. Man, that's almost like better than the gray zone. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Cricket. That's right. I don't hate anybody, you know. I hate the trolls that attack relentlessly. You know, they don't give a shit about reality. Yeah, so it's just. Anyways, it's just, I think it's hilarious. Do you think it was condescending of me to diss somebody for saying an island would flip over if you put too much weight on one side? You know, it means that that I'm trying to like speak above. I do. I think everybody in here feels above the brain of that person, right? Every single one of you do. Like, no matter what you said, you would have sounded condescending to that person. I'm not talking about that, Gray. It's this other time. Well, who cares then? We have a new show. Thank you, Cheryl.
This is why you're the best. You do things Gray's way. Thumbs up.
No, they haven't. They found a potty. Well, I found one the other day that turned out not to be his. So maybe we'll do the Sebastian Rogers. So they had like a candlelight vigil the other day, and I was thinking maybe we could play a little bit of that off of. I think it's on. Here it is. It's on News Nation here. I'll skip it forward to the spot. Right there. All right, hold on.
The search and safe return.
It's getting kind of weird. I have to say this. I think it's getting weird, this case. Like, not weird like, ooh, there's some intrigue. It's weird, the people, the way they're acting. And, like, it's just this...
Say no to
it's weird. I gotta say, it's just strange to me. I know it's been weird, but it's just weird, all this stuff that they're doing on the side. Almost like virtue signaling. That's what it feels like. Hey, everybody, look how much more I care than you.
One, Lord God, and we believe and we decree and declare.
Why don't you go to the other
that
missing
Sebastian
person?
Will come home safe and unharmed.
The search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers continues. Nearly 6 weeks later, community members came together for a prayer vigil Saturday, offering messages of unwavering hope.
You guys are Sebastian's army. We will find him. We will find him alive. We will find him well.
Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, thanking all those who have given up their time.
Here's the anointed one right here, you guys. This is the one family member that all of social media can sink their teeth into. He is almost like Jesus, if you ask me. This guy right here is one of the greatest human beings on the face of the earth because he isn't one of the Proudfoots, okay? He is absolutely incredible. All right. Oh yeah, that guy's crazy. Where's Nina? I mean, God, he's so fake too.
Time to help search for his son. Sebastian's grandparents also speaking out, coming all the way from Texas for a second time to help locate their grandbaby.
And here's the thing: is I feel bad for all the parents for Sebastian being missing, right? But you guys I've said this many times. I cannot stand this behavior by social media, like picking the chosen one, because they just want to not like the actual mom and the stepdad. So they're all just focusing all their attention on somebody else that isn't really that great either. You know, if you're going to just be neutral on all of them. If you feel like helping out, you can help out. That's how it should be in this case. You know, you feel bad for them, but until there's some evidence pointing to one, treat them all the same. Because there is none pointing to anybody else other than he just went missing. He disappeared. He walked away. He did something.
Loved to talk about plants with me. He loved to talk about animals with me.
Wait a minute. She's using past tense, everybody. We need to get a hold of the behavior panel now. Because she just said he liked, you know, it was a past tense, and that's making me a little sus, okay? Things just aren't adding up.
He loved to go fishing. And he would say, you know, Mima, that's our favorite sport, right?
Wait a minute. No, he still likes to go fishing. How dare you?
Sebastian's family also had a strong message for anyone looking to benefit from their search efforts.
You're going to be out here doing what...
Benefits, or this guy right here has benefited tremendously on the different live streams he's been on. You know, so I'm not sure if they're talking to him or...
Needs to be done to bring our grandson home.
But I do get the thing. Don't show up on the searches with a camera filming other people searching and pretend that you're doing anything worthwhile, because you're absolutely not. All right? If you want to do your own search and film what you're doing searching, that's great. But filming other people searching is a complete waste of time.
We appreciate it.
It's almost like you're hoping that they find a body, that you're there right when the body's found.
But if you're out there just making money, stay away.
But throughout the investigation, strangers
She's talking
have
about
become
the
allies.
people searching.
Since the beginning of the search, Karen Strom and her son Jaden...
See, look at this is the part I don't like this here. Listen.
...interest in the case.
Listen.
Stay away.
But throughout the investigation, strangers have become allies. Since the beginning of the search, Karen Strom and her son Jaden took a special interest in the case.
Oh, hey, thanks, Wise Child and Mod Matilda H. I was thinking maybe making tonight another night where we raise funds for something. I wasn't sure though.
And organized Saturday's prayer vigil.
The fourth day, I really started to get involved. I went out searching on the fourth and fifth day, and ever since then, I've just been pretty vigilant with helping however I can.
In addition to searching alongside Sebastian's father, the two also continue to
everything's Sebastian's father.
Provide flyers to the community to help raise awareness.
It must be great to be Seth. You know, where the community, you know, because they already hated Katie and Chris, they decided to, you know, anoint Seth this great human being, and everybody's backing him so he can show up to an event like this. And when he goes here, people will be like, oh, and giving him hugs and everything like that. Do you think if the Proudfoot showed up to one of these, that they would get anything like that at all? Do you think they would even feel safe showing up to a place like that? And the answer is absolutely not.
I have children of my own, and it's hard to not see their faces when you look at his. And I think it's hard for every mom and dad here.
Right. When you look at his, talking about Seth's face. Now, see what I mean, Danielle? You don't really listen to full sentences. You just do your moral superiority complex comments. Right. I'm saying it must be great to be him in it with having all the love of the community behind him. That's obviously what I said, Danielle, but using your same logic that you deploy on almost every show, you made absolutely no sense. Okay?
Saturday, they ended Sebastian's prayer vigil with handwritten messages to Sebastian, ones they plan to share with him upon his return.
We can't let this case get cold. It cannot absolutely...
No, I can say whatever I want to say, Danielle. Okay? I'll say whatever the hell I want to say, right? Who the hell are you? I mean, Jesus. I said it must be great to be him, to have all the love from the community. There's a full sentence in there. Good Lord. Try to pay attention every once in a while.
Not get cold, and we will find him. And the more vigils and the more news presence and media coverage that we get, the more his face keeps out there, and maybe somebody will see something and they'll say something, and we'll get Sebastian home.
Now, tonight's event was held at the Rudder Restaurant in Hendersonville. Strom and her son will leave flyers there for anyone who would like to help distribute them. And if you have any information on this case or Sebastian's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI right away. Kinley.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
All right, let me move this over here. Yeah, just try to pay attention every once in a while. Yeah, it must be great to have the community behind him. That's what I said. It must be great to be him to have the community behind him. So you got to pay attention every once in a while.
Welcome back. Well, Hollywood Week has come and gone.
That's right. So American Idol contestants are taking their talents to Hawaii.
I'm jealous.
And Middle Tennessee is representing very strong. So we spoke to Franklin's own Quintavious Johnson. You might remember Quintavious. He brought all the judges to their feet in his audition. And here's the truth. He just hasn't stopped singing yet. This is...
All right. Anyways, wouldn't you think it'd be great if the Proudfoots could have that same sort of support by the community, where they wouldn't have had to leave, or at least she wouldn't have had to leave because she felt like they were behind her? Wouldn't that have been great? Yeah, exactly. So it must be great for him to feel that type of... I mean, and by the way, that's what I was saying. It was really clear, wasn't it, everybody? It wasn't confusing what I said. Like, wow, it's great to be him with a missing kid. Did anybody out there get confused by that other than Danielle? Anybody at all? Yeah. I doubt it. I mean, that was so clear and obvious. Let's see. I mean, that was just wild. It's wild when people have takes like that, because it shows that their bias is showing up. So I had to put her on timeout so it would remove all of her comments that she made without me having to go up and find them. So in 5 minutes she'll be able to come back, but all those comments are gone. All right. I'm out. You're literally condoning... they're not, though, Elaine. Hey, what about him, Elaine? Look at that. I'm out. You're literally condoning child abusers. You really think that? I'm not saying that at all. I don't like any of their behavior. But Seth is just as bad as any of them. But he's this hero to everybody. None of them haven't found any indication of foul play on the part of any of the parents at all. And therefore, shouldn't you all be treating them equally? Okay? Because Seth is just as bad. He has the same reports on him. He didn't have custody. He didn't go for custody when he accuses his ex-wife of allowing a younger kid to abuse him. And then after that, he said, well, I just didn't feel it was right to take custody away from a mother of a child. And it's like, okay, Seth, have some priorities there, buddy. If you believe that your ex-wife is abusing a child, or allowing the abuse of a child, it's your responsibility to get that child away from that parent. Every single one of them. No, he said he hit the boy with a belt. Elaine, are you dense or what? I'm just curious. I got spanked with a belt, wooden spoon, all the freaking time. Okay? Like my whole life growing up. Hello? Who's this? The phone lines weren't open. The phone lines weren't open. Oh. Yeah, what made you... Oh.
Also, I was going to say...
Well, what's wrong? Who is this, though?
The guy with the laryngitis.
Oh, Johnny with the guy with laryngitis. What's going on?
Getting better.
Did you put me in your speed dial number or something? Because the number wasn't even on the screen.
Well, yeah. You're at the top of my list. Anyway, I was going to say, recently in Georgia, there was a interesting case. Not a young kid, but a young man. I think he was like in his 20s. And anyway, he had a slight mental illness here and there, but a history, but he's still a good guy. and he left Ohio and was headed down to Florida, but he stopped off in Georgia and because his motorcycle broke down. And anyway, this person said, well, you can stay with me while you fix your motorcycle. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that guy just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Just vanished.
Right.
Vanished.
But what does it have to do with what does it have to do with this case?
About a month later, they found him in a chimney, just like you talk about.
Oh, really? Wow.
This actually just recently happened. And the weirdest part is, you could look the story up. The police extracted the body out of the chimney. He just went up on the roof and climbed in the chimney, and he got stuck. And anyway, the police found that they left one of his arms in that chimney. That's the weirdest part of the story. Like 2 weeks later, the guy that owned the house found one of the guy's arms in his chimney. The police had left it there. True story. Weird things happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Weird things happen. Life happens.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But now I agree with you. But when you talk about how everyone takes their stand, I know that they try to.
Yeah.
It's real NCIS. You know, it's people who watch NCIS on Diesel on over.
You know what's weird is I watched this show today that there's this other guy, like, I don't know, he does live streaming and about, like, in the middle of the day he gets like 3,000 people. He's like a just slick talker type guy but he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I mean, he literally was talking about how he doesn't know if law enforcement's checked the phone activity of the Proudfoots or, you know, Seth or anybody. He doesn't know that. He's not sure. The person that called in said, I think they probably did. He goes, I don't know, though. What do you mean you don't know? They actually, they gave them the damn phones early on, and they got all the information.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. They want to keep intrigue going, so they say these kinds of things. It's just ridiculous.
It's a certain vulgar voyeurism that human beings are capable of. And, you know, to be honest with you, I always like to keep it real. I suppose I have a little bit of that in me as well, and maybe that's why I'm watching your channel. But it's not on that level. It's certain people take it way too far. And I personally disagree. I mean, you and I both, we've lost our brothers. We've seen what it does to families. It kind of kills a part of everybody in the whole family. You know, it's not just one person that dies. It affects lots of people. Yeah. And so you have to really respect that. And there is no way that I would ever show up. Like you said earlier, if I was them, if I showed up in public, I'd be worried I'd get shot or something by a crazy, because these days the world has just gone insane, you know. But anyway, I was going to say, just because I don't think they're guilty doesn't mean that I have to like them, because I personally think they're shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Like, I don't like any, like, I'm not like a big fan of any of them. People think that I'm you're defending them. No, what I'm saying is I want it to be equal, because right now law enforcement said that let's see, they've been cooperating since the beginning. They've done every single thing that they've asked them to do, and they have found no evidence of foul play, but they're not ruling out anything. They just haven't found a damn thing. But here's the thing. I know they can't, because they haven't. I know they can't because they have. Hello. Let me speak for a couple seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the thing is since they haven't resolved the case or found the body, they have to say that still. But that's as close as you can get to really clearing somebody as they ever do, and they haven't found anything. So given that information, the public should be way less just attacking the Proudfoots over and over and over again, when those are the ones they were literally talking about in the press conference. They weren't even mentioning Seth. Okay, so anyways, go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't mean to talk over you. In real life, that's me and my buddies always do that. We talk over each other.
Oh God, I can't stand it.
So yeah, well, I'm sorry. That's just the way. Anyway, I forgot that.
Okay.
I forgot we're on the air. We're on the air. Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, just because that I don't accuse them of anything. And how many times have we seen it? I mean, hello, people. Do you remember it's like, let the police do their thing. Time passes. Be patient. You know what I'm saying? The answers will come out. You'll know the answers eventually. And it's maybe the I knew it, I told you so maybe that's not quite as important as just letting it play out. The police know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
They've been doing that shit a long time. They're real good at it. They're real good.
They know exactly
Anyway.
where their, at least where their phones were pinging. They've checked every single thing related to them. They believe, law enforcement actually, they believe that Caleb made it back to the house. Okay, they know that. They believe that 100%. So then it's like, well, where did he go then? You know, what happened to him? Because everything else probably added up too. The phone call that they made, they saw that on the phones. You might question, wow, it was a 3-hour phone call. Who the hell talks for 3 hours?
Sorry.
You know.
Sorry to interrupt. Did we just bounce from Sebastian to Caleb? Because I was talking about Sebastian's family.
No,
I was saying I don't.
Well, that's who I was talking
I was
about.
saying I don't accuse them of being guilty, but I will tell you what I do accuse them of.
Did I say
Being
Caleb or
white
something?
trash,
If I said Caleb,
redneck hillbilly
if
bumpkins,
I said Caleb, I
backwoods
didn't mean to
bumpkins.
say Caleb, but I was talking about Sebastian.
Oh, okay, yeah, you said the word Caleb, so I
I
that's
say
fine.
Caleb. Okay.
I just
Sorry about
I
that.
just want to make sure. I smoked a doobie earlier. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. It was you.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I said it. Okay.
Anyway, it's all going to come out. Everyone's going to know the answer. And
Yeah.
you know what? They all deserve their privacy. And definitely in today's world, look at like that little, what's that leprechaun? That little manic midget, that JLR. Look at that. Like those type of people have brought.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that started. They're the ones that started all of the hate against the Proudfoots who never got pardon the pun, a footing in the case as being the actual parents. You know, like
that happened real time. That happened just recently. We saw it. They went there and created that scenario. They got when they kicked up dust that they were making press conferences about them and shit, releasing statements about JLR. You know, geez. I mean, yeah. Anyway, you've got integrity, and that's why I watch your channel.
Well, thank you. Now, next time you call in, though, have one less hit, okay? Okay, one less.
Do not
toke.
count on it, buddy.
Okay.
How the fuck do you think I got laryngitis? Anyway.
All right. Okay.
I'm fucking with you.
All right, man.
Bye.
Well, have a good one. See you. Jesus, that was pretty funny, though. How can you say something's funny when somebody... It's because it has nothing to do with that. We're just talking. You guys are having a massive lull here tonight. We're going to need to pick up the pace here. So you want to help support the channel, that'd be absolutely awesome. Yeah. You guys know what we do here. I'm not going to have to say it over and over and over again. Let's see, where are we at here? And 6371. Okay, let's do it. Stream goal currently at 60. I'll just say 64. There you go. And then we've got 10. All right, there we go. Yeah, I thought the eclipse was just like ho-hum, you know. It's kind of neat, you know, like, oh, wow, everything. I saw one in 1979, and to me it's just, yeah, every once in a while the moon crosses paths with the sun. It's kind of cool, you know, like, but they made it seem like it was aliens landing on Earth. Really strange. It was the best birthday gift I ever had. Yeah. I think I got a sunburn on my face watching the eclipse. Excellent. Yeah, they made it sound so ridiculous, though. I mean, they're having, like, panels of people talking about it. Like, what? No, I've seen one. I've seen one, Cindy. I've seen a total eclipse. It didn't have... It was the same thing. So you can say whatever you want, Cindy, but... I just told you I saw one in 1979 with the goggles on, the glasses and everything. You know, you make those things in school and you look at it. It was neat and everything, but it never made me go, wow. It does make you think of the, you know, like your place in the universe sort of thing, because it's like, oh wow, we have a shadow of the entire Earth, or in this area on this line, because the moon is perfectly lined up with the sun. Ah, Jesus, Cindy. Jesus. Okay. Cindy, go do something else, please. Thanks. It was pretty cloudy here, but we got to see a lot of it. So again, one of my public service announcements fell on deaf ears. I just told you that we're way behind for the night and just completely fell on deaf ears. We have, how many people watching? I bet we have 669 people watching. Should be really simple. My whole family was like, big deal, until they saw it. Yeah, it's neat to see, you know, but it's not like, wow, my whole world has changed now. Like I saw it on a, you know, just seeing it on TV, like when it did it in Mexico, you know, you see it come over there. It just reminded me of the first time. It gets dark outside, it's kind of weird. Then it gets light, it gets darker, 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 lighter, 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 etc. I mean, there's always a possibility, Mercy K, but there's no evidence of anything that they've done at all, and they seem pretty normal. I think, like, Chris Proudfoot probably doesn't have a strong bond, I would guess, with Sebastian, you know, so it's not for him. It's like his stepson, probably never had a really strong bond, probably a lot of problems with him and Seth over the years, etc., etc., etc. So he might not be acting exactly the way you want him to act. I'm just saying that this is my opinion. Thank you, Allie Cake and Donna Aldridge, and Almost Made It. Hey, Gray, put mine donation pot if you have one tonight. Yeah, well, I was thinking of maybe doing that, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if there's like if we get to a point where it's like, hey, maybe we could try to. Did you have a total eclipse of the heart when you saw it, Cindy? Ah, Jesus. You guys get so worked up on stuff. That's because that's the first. I guess what it'd be, if I hadn't seen one before and I didn't know how they occur, I would be like more excited. I saw one in 1979 as a kid. They've happened in Oregon before. They come over. It's just, to me, it's just, that's what the sun does every once in a while with the moon, you know. The moon gets in the way of the sunlight. It does, nothing changed. There's nothing, it's not like this thing that happened that's bigger than, come on, you guys. Thank you, EDM Summer. But I will admit, I think if I hadn't seen one before in my life and one came over, I'd probably be pretty excited about it. We had a lunar eclipse right here a couple years ago. Shouldn't that be the same feeling? Where the sun, the earth blocks the light completely on the moon as you're watching it. Crime dissector, the detector. I'm a certified evil lie detector. Rumor going around about me and the crew about some we did I'm supposed to do. You might not have heard, or maybe you have not first heard all of it was like using it in rant all up. Not you stay what you want to spell my name right. Say no to lulz, freaks. Say no to lulz. Gosh, Gray, you bastard. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I'm unsubscribing.
Chewbacca?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, you know, it's exciting. It's like, okay, cool and everything, but it's not the biggest thing for me. I mean, I barely even took a notice. I was like, oh, look at that. Okay, cool. There it is on TV, and good night. Yeah, it's cool. That's about all there is. You know, it's cool, right? You know? Like, if you hadn't seen one before, it's doubly cool. But if you'd seen one before, it's kind of like being in an earthquake, you know? You're throwing me in jail, Daphne? Oh, good God. Okay, man, I'm already going in. We're already thrown in prison right out of the gate, everybody. Daphne, on her birthday, threw me in prison and called me, "You bastard!" Yeah, he thought it was getting cloudy for... It's exactly the same thing, isn't it? He thought it was getting cloudy. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a little window of a solar eclipse, but really dark clouds right on the edges and tornadoes come down? I mean, you get everything in one, and an earthquake at the same time. So you got an earthquake, a window opening right to the sun when a solar eclipse happens, and 2 tornadoes come down on the sides. Whoa! Now that, I can tell you, might be something. You guys do see that I'm in prison, don't you? What are the punishments going to be? A cloud shaped like a dachshund? No. Didn't see that. I did think somebody was holding a koala bear today, but it turned out to be a hat. Thanks, Chicken Wing. That's just a Snickers bar. I'm still sitting here, unfortunately. Yep. We're stuck now. We're stuck. I've always heard once in a lifetime for all, maybe 4 that what do you mean new glasses? That I don't like the total eclipse? Yeah. I've seen it so many, it's like every year it happens somewhere and you see the highlights, and I was in one once before. I saw a lunar eclipse. To me it's just ho-hum. All right, there's some bail. That's a down payment on some bail, you guys. We're going to need to get a little bit more. We don't know what that means, Cindy. I don't know what that means. All right, anyways, Donna Aldridge, thank you. Yep, thank you, Donna Aldridge. And Matt is a cut snake. 1 alien key. Okay, so I've got a little bit of bail and a key on the side. I was pretty excited a few years ago when we had snow and it suddenly started thundering. It's called Thunder Snow. So now, so far I don't have enough to get out of prison, but I have Snickers, Spam and some crackers, and then Sandy Shirley said free grace. So I guess that's part of the bail too. That gets me out the door. Who's doing the... Oh, look at that. That's the Uber ride to the hotel. Now, who's going to give me 1 night stay at a Motel 6? Thanks, Peter. I used to think you just got bread and water in jail. You used to think that. Oh, look at Democrat. Stay out of jail by Gene Salzman and Don McNeil. Yes, you guys got me a nice night at the Motel 6 so I can get the hell out of here. Thank you very much. So much better. Okay. Shit. So, we were watching... Let me throw that back up on the screen again. Let me see if I can tell you what I was looking at that looked like a koala bear, not a chihuahua. There it is. Look at that. That was it. That was it right there. Look. Crap. You have to always... you can't scroll the way you want to do it on here. Right here. Hold on. Oh, God, I did it again. Jesus. You gotta be kidding me.
Turn of Sebastian.
We are one, Lord
right
God.
There, look it. That looks like a koala bear. Can't you see it? Look it. There's a head right here and the arms up about to hug him. Can't you see that, you guys? He's got a koala. By the way, who in the hell holds a hat like that? Anybody? Can't you see the little head of the koala bear here? Maybe the ears, and he's trying to hug up the guy? That's what I'm saying. It does look like a koala bear. Okay. I mean, and the reason I thought that is who the hell holds a hat like that? You know what I'm saying? Like kissing the back of a hat? That's strange. You gotta admit. Or it looks like a huge crawdad, right? There's the head, maybe the little, those are the pincers coming up, and then the thing is tucked under its back. Yeah, whatever it is, it's absolutely... See, now you can't say, damn, Gray, get some new glasses. That's the first thing that popped into my head is like, oh, he's got a koala bear right there. Okay, Leslie, we didn't need the rational, hey, everybody, he's praying and nervous. Good Lord. All right. Anyways, so that's it. Now that they had a vigil today, and it was all centered around Seth, so here's the mantra in the... I'm absolutely neutral. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't have feelings for anybody here. What I do care about is fairness. And so what it is this is the statement. It's just like in the, like, you could say this for, like, in the, you know, the treatment of Trump or something. Like, this is a symbol, like a, what do you call it? A comparison. Like, Orange Man Bad, right? You know that one that everybody says over and over and over again? So it's the same thing here. It's Proudfoot's bad, Seth good. And it's been like that since the start. From day one, they never had one moment of where people were supporting them. And even after the police virtually cleared them, and yes, there's a possibility that something might come about later that puts them back in there, and I'll jump right on that train. But there's nothing now. There's no sleuthing. You know, none of the stuff that people point out as being these massive changes of stories are absolutely meaningless. They're trivial points. And if you find something that really means something, let me know. All right? Because there isn't one. Well, Gray, what about the fact they moved away, you bastard? Well, he works, and he's not out there on, you know, shows, getting cash apps, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He needs to make an income to support his family, and even if he was here and trying to get donations from people so that they could be here, nobody would be sending him anything. Because everybody, they've all gone onto the hate train. So they have no way to make extra income. So he leaves. He has to go make the income. And then you think she's going to want to stay at home with people picketing outside, basically, you know, probably spitting on them if they walk by? That's how shitty it's been. So of course she's going to want to go be with the husband. Doesn't that explain that better than saying, oh my God, they killed somebody? Gray, I would never leave if it was my kid, because I'm so much better. Hey, thanks, Ozzy Trisha. Yeah, well, you don't know what you would do in the same situation. If you lived in a small little community and everybody was pitchforks and torches at your door, screaming and yelling and calling you names all day long, and your husband was a little bit away, 200 miles away, where you could go be with them and be away and have some peace. Okay? If he comes back, people will see him. Well, why don't they have somebody else staying at the house? If somebody... Oh, God. Man, come on, you guys. How ridiculous. I can come up with the same stuff on both sides. But what I don't like is this witch hunt, torches, and pitchfork mentality of people. Anyways, welcome up there to Almost Made It, Roger Berberic, the other Heather. There must be another Heather, but this is the other Heather. Other Heather. Wow. Peter no, not Peter Bree, Zach, and TTJO Tracy gets another freebie, even though she's never here or communicating or responding or talking to anybody. Yeah, that's great. I would just always wonder if he came back home. Where is the sister? Well, the sister's with her bio mom. She only stays there Like, not very often, actually. So anyways, that's where we're at in this case. It's still just a bunch of, you know, it's like, it seems like people are, it's a virtue signaling case. Everybody wants to pretend that they're just so loving and helpful to Seth because they're all on the same team against the Proudfoots, who from day one was trashed by 2 or 3 YouTubers, and everybody started believing all the crap that they were seeing. And maybe there is something in the future, but there's nothing now, and there never has been anything that's pointed to them. Other than, you know, she's the last one to see him. That's it. That's all you got. That's it. I mean, it was like he goes to bed at 10 o'clock after making a noise, and that's it. Right, let's see. Ozzy, Trisha, CJ, a member. Hope you feel better. I had that a couple weeks ago, and I'm still coughing. What did you have? I don't see it. Okay, so let's just move on now to the Caleb Harris case. So I spent quite a bit of time today going over, and also paid for a subscription to caller.com, who's local there and has different, you know, maybe a little bit. I'm going to go back in time and read some articles from March 11th, March 26th, March 30th, and April 1st. All right. Look at that, CJ, 10 months as an oogla boogla freak. Right, that's exactly right, Chris Kress. Chris Kress will make a jump, jump. Do you guys just think my take on this case is crazy? I mean, there's people out there that just think they are guilty as hell. I think my take on Sebastian Rogers' case is that we don't know what the hell happened to him, and law enforcement doesn't either currently. I think it's the way we all should be in this one. And I think it's weird that people have like staked claim and believe in something when they have no information telling you so. Well, it's not really the innocent till we don't do the innocent till proven guilty stuff. We look at cases, and if somebody absolutely points to them, then you can have an opinion and believe that they're the ones. There is nothing in this one. Compare this to like Richard Allen or Koberger. The information in there, and people in those two cases think they're innocent. What in this case is even close to that? I mean, okay, I think that's a great exercise in your brain right now. In Richard Allen's case, he's there. There's witnesses that place him at the bridge. He's even he was wearing the clothing that he said he was wearing, and he's the guy, it matches exactly the guy on the bridge. Brian Koberger, his DNA was on the knife sheath left at the scene during a 12-minute window from 4:08 to 4:20 in the morning. His DNA was left on a knife sheath during a 12-minute window in which the girls were all 4 of them were murdered. So it was 3 girls and a guy, Ethan Chapin, Anna Coronado, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. All right. Now look at this case. What is there anywhere close to that? Like, if the information that's out there, if you were to build a probable cause based on it, it would be a joke. Okay. Well, let's see. She took him home from work. She said from going out to dinner, comes home, and she's sitting up studying, and then at 9 o'clock she sends Sebastian to bed. Then Sebastian goes to bed, and then at 10 o'clock she hears a noise and says, "Hey, what's going on in there?" And, "Hey, just keep it down and go to sleep." And then they said something back. And then she gets up in the morning at 6 and he's not there. And all the evidence they have found proves that that absolutely is possible, and everybody's stories match up with the forensic evidence. There's nothing currently. Now maybe at some point something else will come up and we can all go, there it is. Who? You spelled my name wrong? Yeah, no, they just, yeah, normally it is the last person, but that's not enough in this case at all. It's not even close. Just like the boyfriend that was driving his girlfriend and they got in an argument. She gets out of his car. He's the last one to see her. And then they find her and it's a serial killer killed her, not the boyfriend who got in a fight and she jumped out of the car and walked away. See, that's why it's oftentimes the last person. But in this case, there's no way to know. Now, the mother in this case is one of the one. That's what I said at the very beginning, is somebody that you might go, well, we don't know what was the mother doing, and was there some other time in between, and did something else happen? You know, that's something that's a possibility. Just like it's a possibility that Seth planned to have Sebastian abducted, or not abducted, but like get into a car and drive somewhere. And he knows exactly where he is. Definitely possible. You know, since he wanted to be with him, apparently. There's all kinds of stuff like that. There's nothing. Now, you give me something that says, oh, we just discovered that her van was spotted driving. Okay, boom. All right, there we go. It's a 3-hour phone call, Jessica. That's all it is. And maybe it wasn't 3 hours. Maybe they spoke over a 3-hour period. You know? I know. Isn't that crazy, Kimberly? Yeah. Why is it weird? You guys are strange. You guys just like to find stuff weird so you can claim... hey, wow, that's something weird. It's not weird at all. I used to talk for hours and hours and hours. Now, I guess you don't normally talk to somebody you're married to that long because you see them later. But what's so weird? Why does it have to be weird? I don't know. I'm not talking to you, Jessica. I don't know why people assume who I'm talking to when I'm speaking. There's like 600 of you, and there's one of me. Yeah, you used to be on the hour. How dare you, Truth Sleuth? That's so weird. Don't ever do something weird. As a matter of fact, let me tell you guys something. If you're ever in the middle of a long conversation with your significant other, immediately hang up the phone call and tell them, I don't like this. It's going too long. And if something ever happens to something, people will accuse us of something because we talk too long. I mean, it was very interesting. I know it was fun. It was fun talking. But we can't stay on the phone after a certain amount of time, lest we be accused of something. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Osiris Stewart. And if it is weird, why did they say that they spoke for 3 hours? See, I think they're just telling us the truth. They say stuff that you would go, wow, why would they say that? We already talked about that, Zozo. I even sent you what he sent me, Zozo. Let's see. I'm not saying I believe one more than the other, but I don't like they are acting when their son is missing. Well, any of them, right? Even Seth, right, Cheryl? Like the way Seth's acting? I mean, wow, what a nut job that guy is. That guy is absolutely crazy. Whew. Wow. What did he say, Gray? I missed it. Who? You mean when... You don't think it's crazy to say this right here? Listen to this. You don't think it's crazy that Seth said when he was accusing the Proudfoots, building upon all the hateful shit, he goes out and tells people that the Proudfoots allowed his child to be sexually attacked by some kid. And that's just not true. They didn't allow anybody. As soon as they found out what happened, they alerted authorities and they set up counseling and all this stuff, and he knew that, right? But what he said in there was But, you know, I didn't get my son back because I didn't think it was okay to take my child from a mother. A mother that obviously allows abuse, you said. I mean, you're a horrendous father if you really did that. Don't you guys agree with that? That you're a terrible father if you knew that your ex was allowing your child to be abused and you didn't take him from her because, or even sent out a report because you thought a child should not be taken away from a parent. That's horrendous. That's horrendous, you guys. It's disgusting. I mean, he said it himself with his own words. But see, here's the thing. All the people out there listening right now that don't agree are like, oh, Gray, you're saying bad things about the bio, Dad, you bastard. I'm just telling you what I heard, okay? And I don't think, here's the thing. Is I don't think any of the parents have anything to do with anything other than the reason why Sebastian might have taken off. That's it. I don't think that any of them have anything to do with anything. But the way it's set up right now, everyone will still hate the Proudfoots because you'll just believe, even if he's found someday, it'll be like, it's their fault he left, and you'll feel justified in your accusations of murder this whole time. Because that's what you believe, okay? Yeah. I'm just saying, who would say that? He literally said that in that interview, if you go listen to it. It's not out of context. Nothing. That is what he said. All right. Anyways, I think this is a good time to jump off and get on to the Caleb Harris. So I was looking up, you know how we were in the Caleb Harris case, how it sounded like he had bad cell coverage there. I mean, look how far. The closest tower here is, it's like almost 4 miles from, I mean, that's getting far away at that point. And I couldn't even find the towers when I came into the spot where they said one exists. I just used the GPS coordinates they gave. And then you look at these ratings here. Look at this shit. T-Mobile 3.3, Sprint 1.7, stars. I mean, just terrible ratings. And then you've got, like right here, this T-Mobile had 9.2 out of 10, but it had coverage 10 out of 10, but reliability 5 out of 10. That's god awful. How would you even have a 9.2 with a reliability of 5 out of 10? And this one right here is, Verizon is 5.4 out of 10, and AT&T was 5.6, so really not really good. The speed and reliability is bad. 3.8 out of 10, 5.6 out of 10. I'm not sure why you'd give them 8.9 out of 10 just because there's coverage. This is garbage over here. Hey, Deborah, let's not make excuses for him, okay? Thanks. Everyone makes excuses for them. Like Deborah will make a similar comment about the Proudfoots. Can you do that? He spoke poorly of the Proudfoots because he wanted the sympathy from the public, is what I think. I agree with that. He wasn't attacked by anybody. Oh, you mean by the... I see what you're saying, Deborah. You're saying he felt attacked by the public because people were going, where is he? Where is he? Where's the father? Where's the father? And then he shows up and he realizes, hey, if I go after the same people that everybody's been going after, they'll like me. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I guess it's hard to switch topics that fast. You guys are still talking about something else. Why do you keep saying, Cindy? Over and over and over again. Your opinion on the case will be wrong at the end. 100%. Let's see, I'm talking about my badge. Huh? And you guys, I'm going to have to put out the comment again. Say no to lulls. We've just hit another massive lull. Well, kind of. From Proudfoots to Biodat. Huh? I guess we'll have to stay on that. I can't switch topics yet. You know. What time is it? Maybe we'll go to 1:30 and then switch over at the other. What interview, Dad? It was on. I don't remember which one it was. Oh, it was some. I don't even remember the channel. It was some YouTube channel where he, some rando guy interviewing and spoke for they spoke for like an hour and a half. Got a beer waiting to hear about, Caleb? Cheers. Okay. Well, I just want to know if you want to switch yet, because you're still talking about the same thing. While we're in the midst of a massive lull yet again. Ah, jeez, Barbara. God, good Lord. That guy's one of the worst people I've ever seen. Don't ever mention that name again. Total sensationalistic, fake-ass, pretending to... just forget it. Never mention that again. Thank you very much. How do you see Blue? Huh? Well, he's right there, staring at a camera, eyes wide open, looking at nothing. Hey, thank you, Ozzy Trisha. Simply the best. That's somebody's name, is Simply the Best. Ozzy Trisha said, simply the best, Gray, better than all the rest. Well, thank you. I'm sure people don't agree. They like their sensationalistic whack jobs, but I'm going to be... just doing my show. Blue looked like he wasn't feeling great earlier, but, you know, sometimes they eat the wrong thing outside or some crap. Oh. See, this is okay. When I do Court TV, this is the screen that I use for that one, just like this. Yeah, this is my Court TV shot right here. I got a haircut today too, you know. And by the way, you guys, this is a live show. Like, we're just doing. Yeah, we cover something, then I react to what people are saying. We're just having a conversation. Then we switch over to another topic. It's not like a... Okay, see you later, Rebby. Look at... See, Rebby's one of those people on... I don't care if... see, Rebby said they unsubbed. And I think it's awesome. Thank you. But what's really weird is that you need to tell people that. Okay? You're one of those people that goes on Facebook and does a dramatic goodbye post to everybody because you just want everybody to know how morally superior you are, right? But you're not. Ah, Jesus. Who cares who that? I don't even know who that is. Rebby? Who the hell is that? That person's probably a lunatic too. I don't know who you're talking about. Never heard of him. Oh, you're talking about unsubbed? What you said for me. Okay, I get it. I get it now. Man, see, that's why I'm saying, you guys, you got to tag. You have to tag somebody when you're talking, okay? You got to do it like that. I was just going to say, I think that's another one of the crazy ones. I know you said it after the next comment, Rebby. But there are people that do the goodbye posts, and I've seen that exact one that you typed in many times. I'm leaving, Gray, you bastard. Hey, thank you, the Broken Scout. Yeah, they're all terrible. But anyway, sorry for misreading your comment there, Rebby. See, Gray, you're mean. Unsub from Coet. See, Kubi's gonna. I gotta have a. I need to make a emoji that says Coet on it. Yeah. Well, I didn't misread it. You just reply to what it meant next, because I didn't. I guess I didn't see what you said before that one. Ah, Jesus. Ah, man, it's too hard sometimes. I need to go potty. Be back. Hey, thanks for letting us know, Daphne. Crikey! Put some shrimp on the bobby. Right, Izzy. We try not to mention channels' names. I can do it because I'm saying something, but well, he's the one that started all of the hate and made people start looking at everything differently. Things that people wouldn't even have thought of had they not been considered bad. And I'm not saying that at some point something might pop up and I'll go, yeah, boom, but I won't say, boy, guys, I got it wrong. It'll just be, there was no information. And I'll also say that, I did say that I don't think that had anything to do with it. I will be shocked if Chris Proudfoot has something to do with the disappearance. I'd be shocked. See? There you go.
Cup of Joe.
That's right, Cheryl. No lols. No lols. But anyway, sorry about that, Rebby. I just saw the I'm unsubscribing. It was like unsubscribing. and by the way, I don't mind. Like if you're somebody that doesn't like my channel, just unsubscribe and don't ever come back again, and that's fine. You know, what we don't need is you to come in and go, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't. Well, nobody asked you. You get it? Nobody asked you. Okay, I quit. No one mentioned Katie on the front porch screaming Sebastian's name, and yeah, so what? Twin thing. Why would she do that? Because you want to see that on video? I would think that would be fake if somebody did something like that. Nobody mentioned Katie on the front porch screaming Sebastian's name and holding his blanket. Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't really get comments like that. I was thinking that we should see Seth standing on top of a mountain with two tablets, with one arm up in the air, screaming towards God, asking for help. You know, I haven't seen that yet either. That's sus. Okay? That's sus. Yeah. I meant everyone speaks about her not caring about her child. Oh. I thought you said the exact opposite. Man, I can't read then. It says, no one mentioned Katie on the front porch screaming Sebastian's name and holding his blanket. Oh, is that what she was doing? Okay. Well, I didn't know that she did that. Man, you guys are hilarious. I don't have no idea what you're saying. Donate for research to keep Guam from... Amerigator just gave us $1.99. We're going to do some research. And we're going to try to help Guam from tipping over. Okay? We're going to try to help that from tipping over. I think I need to put it on live chat. Maybe that's one of my problems tonight. One of my many. Well, my wife took off, you guys. She took off. She went on a trip. That's hilarious. Right then, the trolls were like, yeah! That's awesome! Oh, look at that! See, we knew! Oh! She went on a trip. That's so great, yeah. How come I don't see somebody named Sherry in here? Oh, way up there. You know what's weird about the whole shrimp on a Barbie crap is that, like, every time when I was in college, we'd buy shrimp and put it on a Barbie. And it never really wasn't really that great, you know? You know what I figured out what works really good? If you put some prawns, like just shrimp, in a plastic bag, a Ziploc, put a little bit of water in there, and then put it in the microwave for about a minute where it steams up in there and it goes whoosh, boom. And then you get some butter, garlic, mix it all up, and then you just take the prawns out and dip it in there, and that's all you got to do, man. You don't need to waste all that time. Well, cool, Judy Lynn Riley. And by the way, if you take wasabi and ketchup, probably like 10 parts ketchup, 1 part wasabi, and you mix it up, it tastes exactly the same as the cocktail sauce that you eat shrimp with. 100% the same. There's no difference. Thank you, George Leonard, for the troll fund. And you get the really hot wasabi, too. Man, I'm gonna tonight, man. I've misunderstood multiple. Well, it's threads of comments though. It's like you missed something. Wrong thing to say in chat, Izzy. He'll get to when he's ready. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is one. Nice. Well, I've been on for an hour and 18 minutes now, so I figured in 12 minutes we'll switch over and completely switch. Okay, I don't want to talk anymore about the like, I don't have any ideas in the Sebastian Rogers case either. Like, I have no idea where he is now. We've already gone and done that. People are searching all over the place. I still think everybody in the area needs to look in every nook and cranny of their own property, try to find something, check their chimneys, check everything. And that's really it. So, I mean, if there's updates where there's a press conference or something like that, then it's worth doing a show. And also if there's other more, the social media drama, needs to be countered with somebody else to kind of level it out where, but it doesn't really, I'm not really affecting it that much like that though. Like my commentary on how awful the Proudfoots have been treated, given the information that's out there, doesn't persuade anybody. Like nobody goes, oh wow, man, that's really, you know what, that makes sense. I think I've been doing this wrong. They just go, nope. It's all tunnel vision and everything like that. I think there's reasonable people out there that hadn't really thought of it either way and totally get what I'm saying and understand it and realize that that's the reality of it. And I appreciate you guys for thinking like that. I don't know what a cranny is. Chicken wing. I have no idea. Ah, jeez. Somebody else. So this might be a troll, because that means it's somebody looking at a previous show, getting the number. Hello, this is Gray. Who's this? Is this a? Well, where'd you get my phone number at? No, but it wasn't. I wasn't doing a show with the number on the screen. I know, but why? What made you call it today without having a number up on the screen? Oh, jeez. Okay.
I really sincerely thank you.
Okay, but what are you? I mean,
Bye.
But you. Oh, okay. You called.
Oh, hold on.
So what? What? I think it was the same person the other day that called in and said, yeah, really support your show. Bye. Remember that weird call that we had? I think it's the same person. You couldn't hear it because I had him on mute, but I could hear it. Yeah, Coet. You do also what, Heather? A cranny is a small space. Thanks, Donna. Wow, thanks for looking that up for all of us. Very helpful. Everybody, today we've sleuthed out the meaning of a cranny. I think we all could figure out it was probably a small place, as a nook and cranny would suggest, but had we ever said to somebody cranny? Hey, have you checked that cranny lately? No, you only ever hear it in nook and cranny. It's never used by itself. That's not true, Gray. I remember reading this book one time when they said... Okay, well, tell us what book it is. We can all sleuth that out, too. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. I learned it from Animal Crossing. So mean, because LM's like, it was just somebody trying to help. I know. I think it's funny though. Okay. I mean, I appreciate that they looked it up what the meaning of cranny was, but or maybe it's a like an older person who's a cross-dresser. Let's see. Or I guess that'd be just be granny. Jesus. Never mind. Oh, Jesus. Granny. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, I try to, we make people laugh on this show sometimes, okay? Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Every nook and cranny. What do you mean there's a cross-dressing? Oh, God. Okay. What? Carolina T. Leave my granny out of the... Yeah. Shit. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, Nick. Okay, we got 6 more minutes on Sebastian. Any thoughts out there, you guys? Any thoughts? Maybe that's the girlfriend of the other guy that called. That's what I'm thinking now. Because at the end, she said, "Hold on," talking to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Great sense of humor. It's just like my brother. Sardonic. There you go. See, there you go. That's right. Ironic, sarcastic. When I was in something, he called a wedgie cranny. I don't know what that even means, Cindy. I was thinking it meant something like sarcastic and ironic humor. I was guessing. I mean, I don't know. Hey, thanks, Carolina T. I mean, it is good to laugh. It is good to laugh. Yeah, it's always good to laugh. Hey, by the way, check these things out. Where is that? Yeah, right here. So look at these. These are Carolina T did these. Isn't that awesome? Look at that thing. That's blue. She did a watercolor of blue right there. And then she did this one too. This was the first one. No, that was the second one, I think. But right there. Hello. We got Troll City now. We got Troll City. They're all going back to a different show. I'll just shut it down. All right. Now, those are awesome. And then there's other artwork in here. I like this one a lot too. This one just looks like a planet by Dana Dane. Hello, who's this?
Hello, beautiful.
Oh, jeez. Back again? Good lord. Am I the only one who's like to hear the trolls? Yeah, you might want to, but I'm never going to let them have airtime. She just does whatever she wants to go do. I mean, you know, she's probably like, thank God, I can just, he's not bugging me. I wonder if Blue doesn't seem like he feels that good, like he's got pain or something, so his eyes are open. I don't know. Look at his ears, though. He's definitely listening for something. All right, so right now it's 1:27. We got 2.5 more minutes, and we're switching. We'll have to do the reset again on the. We're going to be on Caleb Harris in a second. I think there's some information that sort of verifies that that's the right account as well on Reddit. Oh, Jesus. I just had a miniature burp again. That's so awesome. I feel like I'm joining the world of normal people. That's like the second burp in a year in like a 2-month period. Pretty amazing. Yeah, he's just chilling out. I know. I can't burp like other people. Like they almost never just happen. So I feel pretty good about that. What's worse, a cold or a hot cranny? My grandma said a cranny was a small crack rodents use that occurred when houses had additions before people knew how to properly cut angles. The space between was always called the cold cranny. That kind of makes sense. Now I wonder what a nook is. Well, you see, a nook is sort of an area that is sort of... What do you mean sounds right, Cindy? You've never heard of it in your life. Let's see. I'll take a hot nook any day over a cold cranny. Sounds about right. I remember my studies when we looked up the word cranny. It sounds about right there. As Cindy J said, it sounds absolutely correct. Yeah, like a reading nook or a breakfast nook, a space. Kind of feels like it's a kind of a, when you're in the real estate business, a breakfast nook is what you say. Just like Judy Lynn just typed in after me, but she probably thought she typed it in before because of the delay that we're having. I'm just coming. Is it true a body was found? Well, there's a body found on the 4th. I didn't hear there was a body found today. If you heard there was a body found today, send me a link. All right, but anyways, we're switching now, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go to camera 2. Camera 2.
What's camera 2?
That's it. This is the other one. That one right there. Right there. Okay. I'm going to turn off Skype. Too many troll idiots that call in. Nobody says alcove anymore. That's true. It's not as cool as Nook. You know what I mean? I didn't get any links from you, Renee. So there was a body found on the 4th that turned out not to be his. Yeah, let's see. I'm an idiot, but not a troll. Okay, well, you're an idiot. I guess an idiot can call, but you can't be an idiot and a troll. That doesn't work. I mean, but all trolls generally are idiots. But hey, thank you, Bonnie, and also Plato earlier for PayPals. And everybody should thank Plato and Zozo for all their hard work on determining. They've picked the 8 finalists out of 800. I mean, it must have been 600 applications or more for the scholarship fund that we created. And the scholarship fund was created because of all of your generosity and support for the channel that allows me to make an income and do all kinds of great stuff as well. I'm not a charity intake company, but we do give away a lot of money to various charities out there because we want to make a difference as a channel. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't have any emails from you. Can you send it again? I don't know if you went into spam or whatever, but I didn't get anything. Yep, don't see anything. I know, send me a link to it. I don't want you to be typing in the chat where it is. Send me a link and we'll go over it, okay? For the 15th time, you're just typing it in over and over. Oh, they found one who was over here, it was over here. I don't care about that. Send me an article that talks about it and then I'll put it in there. Gosh, great. But anyways, those guys worked they read every single one of the applications and they finally weeded it down where they picked 8 finalists and they've already picked their winners too. I'm sure it was pretty difficult because I finally read the 8 applications and they're all good. Every one of them. So there you go. Thanks, Yee. Right, so I'm waiting for the... Oh wait, maybe I did get one. I think that one that you just said, Renee, just popped in. Okay, let's take a look. All right, here we go. Let's see if this makes sense. This is today, so it's different than the other one.
Found on a Kingsport property yesterday afternoon. That office said that those were found in the Kingsport area of the county. The sheriff's office investigated
area of the county. If you look out your window, you might see.
Jesus.
Remains were found on a Kingsport property yesterday afternoon. Or the Sullivan County
She even had a smile. I mean, look at this. This is weird. Look at this. Watch this.
Newwood 4, the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office says human remains were found on a Kingsport property yesterday.
Look at that. She changed over to a smile. I guess that was that's wild.
Afternoon.
Hey, that's awesome, man. They found a body, everybody. Yeah.
Woo! Said that those were found in the Kingsport area of the county.
Well, the
Sheriff's Office investigated on site along with members of the William L.
That's pretty.
Jenkins Forensic Center.
I'm not seeing things, am I? Isn't that real, though? I think that's real.
The remains were sent there for evaluation.
Okay, let's just read the article instead. The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office reports human remains were found on a property in Kingsport Sunday afternoon. A news release from the SCSO Monday said the remains were located in the Kingsport area of the county. No approximate location or street name was provided. Sullivan County. Let's see if that like makes sense. Let's just type it in. Let's see. Sullivan I mean, what? Oh, wait. Yeah, so it's Texas. What? Oh, it's Tennessee. Oh, you're talking about a different case. Why are we talking about that one? I'm talking about... We're doing the Caleb case right now. We're not talking about the other case. Man, you guys. What the hell? We switched over to this case and you're talking about a body was found. What for? Wow. Okay, so now I gotta go and see. Right, I know what it is, Lisa. We switched. Alright, so it's way up here. Well, let's see how big let me just put the... So that's Sullivan County, this little outline that you see right here. Okay? That's it. I'll make it bigger so you can see it. And then we're going right back. We're not discussing this. We're not going over this. We switched. We moved on. All right. It's right up there. And lots of bodies are out there, you guys. No thanks, Cindy. No thanks. Okay, let me move on to something else. Jesus. And you wonder why I get frustrated sometimes. Man, that's just crazy. Whew, wow. All right, so let's go back in time in the Caleb my brain Harris case. My God, you got me all over in my brain. I almost said Rogers. Yeah, what's it got to do with this though, LA Connections? Seriously, what does that have to do with this? So Caleb Harris, all right, you guys ready now? Can we switch over? And right now we are 55 away from me giving away 5 memberships. Right? Okay, the Corpus, this is back on March 11th. Right here. It says, the Corpus Christi Police Department has expanded its search for Caleb Harris, a 21-year-old student at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, who has been missing since early last Monday morning. This is in the Caller. I bought a subscription to it. A preliminary search began at 7 a.m. last Wednesday, with officers gathering on a sidewalk along the 1900 block of Enos Jocelyn Road near the apartment complex. You know what I think is ridiculous, though? If you have a missing person case and you're trying to get people out, you should never put those behind a paywall. That's almost ludicrous to me. What's the point at that point? A preliminary search began at 7 a.m. last Wednesday, with officers gathering on a sidewalk along the 1900 block of Enos Johnson Road, and it said, so right over here it says, while police drones scoured the adjacent fields and drainage ditches, members of the CCPD dive team descended into the waters of Oso Bay, so that's the main bay, to investigate the area. The effort continued into last Thursday with police drones and officers from the CCPD Enduro Bike Unit searching the brush and heavily vegetated areas around the complex. Though there are no dives scheduled for this week, police officers are on call to assist with continuing search and rescue efforts. Harris was last seen near the apartments located near the intersection of Enos Jocelyn Road and South Padre Island. We already know where the apartment is. He had his phone with him, but it has been turned off since. Harris's keys, vehicle, or it could be in the water or, just broken up or whatever, right? The police investigation has indicated no sign of foul play. So, I mean, you could make a correlation there with the Sebastian case. Obviously, something happened to him, but there's no signs of foul play in... Well, I would actually say that Caleb Harris's case has more signs that something bad happened than Sebastian's. Okay? I would say that. Though there are no new developments on the case, police are urging anyone with information to get help with a lead them and contact 361-886-2840. All right. All right, you guys, say no to lulz. Say no to lulz. We got to get up to the number. Give away 5 memberships. Let's see, what are we at? On the 21st day of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris, this is the 26th, disappearance, search and rescue crews deepen their search of the Oso Bay Wetlands Preserve. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? But they went and searched the Oso Bay Wetland Preserves, which is right here. Basically the same exact area that the Reddit post mentioned, where he said the Oso Bay hiking trail, which goes into the wetland preserve over here. So I think that that is absolutely, the first bay that they were looking at is like in this bay over here, because it's kind of close to here, and they were looking in there. But this is this wetland area. And now then they're searching in here. And why do you think they searched that area, everybody? That's because he mentioned it in his post. It's really obvious, you know. So look at that right there. I guess let's just do the timeline thing again, because I think it's always good to refresh this. This is... The way I look at this timeline is it means more to me than other people when they go over the timeline. They just kind of go over the timeline and then that's it and call it a day. You know, so really, you know, we already know that, you know, he's into clothes, he wanted to be sponsored, kayak, he was a environmental sciences. Now look at the name here, you guys. I think this is significant. Environmental sciences. And the name is Outside Physics, which is environment science. Okay? I mean, I don't know if that would be weird if that's just that coincidental. And that's what his major was, right? So outside physics, right? Then you've got, you know, he sent a picture of a dog. Now, it turns out the dog is one of the roommate's dogs, but it was going to be like the dogs of the apartment. A different show said it was the girlfriend of a roommate's dog. I mean, an actual news outlet. But the father of Caleb today, in an interview, said that the dog was a roommate's dog. And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, Harris is on a Ring doorbell camera. We've seen that multiple times. He's walking. Nothing unusual. The dog's on the ground. I mean, I guess I'll just play it again, because there might be somebody that hadn't seen it. And it's right. Don't let it fall on deaf ears, you guys. Don't let it fall on deaf ears. So here it is. There he is. Right here. I don't think he was looking at the Ring camera. There's probably somebody standing underneath a porch or something that had a Ring camera. That's why he's smiling. So anyways, you have that one. And then at 1 a.m., that's when that was. And then at 2:15 a.m., well, I guess I can leave that out. Well, let's just put it in there. At 2:15 a.m., since we've covered this multiple times, I'm going to go straight to it. At 2:15 a.m., he puts this post on Reddit right here. And if you click on that, scroll over, it says March 4th, 2024 at 12:15 Pacific Standard Time. That means it is 2 hours later in Texas there, and it is 2:15 and 30 seconds. Thank you, Danielle. I don't know what that profile picture is. All right, so and in that post at 2:15, look what he put: Oso Bay hiking trail, and this whole group here on Reddit, or whatever you call them, Reddit, the subreddit or whatever, is for hooking up. It's for, like this thing here means don't show this while you're at work because there's some, bad stuff in there. And this, and he puts male looking for anybody, so it could be a female or a male, and all of these things. I mean, I'm not going to read off these names, but just crazy stuff. I'm not even sure what this one is up here. One who have good time here. You have to post blah 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 blah. Anyways, so all of these are posts that he's made, and these go back. This one was made on March 2nd, so 2 days before he went missing. It said, he's a male, 21 years old, and he's got a camera running. So this is likely a post where he's just waiting for somebody to show up on it. This one right here is from March 2nd also, and he wrote that in there. And he's looking for anybody. And then this one right here is just a casual chat. And these ones are both on March 2nd as well. And this one is also, let's see when this one is. March 2nd. March 2nd. March 2nd. March 2nd. I mean, he was posting all over the place that day. I mean, he was March 2nd. March 2nd. And most of these are late in the evening. And these are like 2 in the morning. Or this one, no, actually that one's, yeah. So this one's 12:07. It's 2:07 a.m. So this is what he does late at night. Like probably when, the roommates are asleep or whatever, you're probably, I mean, the thing is a lot of people do this kind of stuff. So I'm not judging. I don't like people out there judging on like that he's doing this. I just think this is an absolutely important sort of absolutely relevant investigative lead or piece of information in the case. Don't you? I mean, if this isn't related, wow. Yeah, he's 21. Yeah. And I'm almost certain that it is. I mean, like literally, like. And it says, any females want to have some fun tonight? This is on March 1st at 12:50 a.m. This one is at 12:44 a.m. These are the first, and that one's around 12:32. Let's see when this one is. Yeah, I mean, see, all of these are around midnight or later. Every single one of them. There might be some that aren't quite, but that one right there is 12:56, almost 1 o'clock. This one is at 12:44. This is February 27th at 12:40. So really like at 12:30 or later, he's on here. But the key one, though, is, and it feels absolutely significant, is that on March 4th, the same morning that he goes missing, at 12:15, he posts Oso Bay hiking trail for anybody. He wants to meet up. It's like Tinder, sort of, right? Like a lot of people use Tinder, right? I don't think there's a lot of judgy, people just use Tinder and they go out and whatever. And he is, no, that's what he's using Reddit for, maybe without having to actually meet the person sometimes. But in this one, he's saying he wants to meet up physically with somebody because he's saying Oso Bay hiking trail. I mean, that's what it feels like. I guess he could be talking to some other person that said something else in another place and he forgot where he was typing it in or whatever. But hey, you guys, we just had a massive lull. If we get 50 more, I'll give away 5 memberships to some freaks out there that would like memberships. So with the 630 people watching, is there a way you can get $50 in there? Because what it does is it supports the channel. It allows me to contribute money during the month. And we've already given $500. I'll probably give some more out tomorrow. We'll probably have another one of those nights. And then after that, you'll get 5 memberships. But with 634 people watching, it should be pretty simple to do that. All right, so look at that. Oso Bay Hiking Trail at 2:15. You go over to this, and now you come right back into here. So just picture him. He's at home. He's in his apartment, and he types that out there because he knows he's going to be staying up later, right? So when his roommate goes to sleep, he tells him a story, and he says, hey, you know what? I'm going to stay up a little longer and order some Uber Eats, okay? And he was going to be ordering Uber Eats for tomorrow. He was getting ready for fishing and so forth. And then at 2:44, he goes outside with the dog in the complex, and he Snapchats his sister. And then at 2:45 a.m., he orders, that's when he actually orders the Uber Eats. So when he's at 2:20, he just tells his roommate that he's going to stay up and orders Uber Eats. And it fell on deaf ears. And a troll just showed up. Come on, guys. You got to do the troll fund at least. Let's get these guys out of here. Man, it's crazy. It used to be when there were 642 people, we'd have our best nights. But now it's just like, yeah. Anyways, 2:45 a.m., Uber Eats. He got 2 Lunchables, a Red Bull, and apple pie. That's what he ordered. Then at 2:58, his phone turns off or dies. But what's weird is the father was saying that the 303 Snapchat, they're not sure about the timing of that. Which is weird, because what does that mean right then? Does that mean that the 2:58 is when his phone turned off for good and the 303 and the 312 information isn't correct? Hey, thank you, Mickey Duff. Only 30 away now. Oh, and now, I'm not sure what the conversion is, but we're only, I don't even know what that face is, Danielle. He put some of the craziest images. I have no idea. All right, 24. Not bad, not bad. Thank you, guys. Right, and then at 3:20 a.m., the Uber Eats driver pulls up, drops the food off. There's nothing nefarious about her at all. It's a female, first of all. It's not like, and she pulls up, drops the food off, and she takes off. But while she was leaving, she saw somebody else leaving, and they verified who that person was, and that person was leaving after seeing their girlfriend. But the thing that I always point back to is that at 2:45, he ordered the Lunchables, and then after that point, he dropped the dog off. And then, it's weird. There's a 13-minute period, then his phone appears to die. Then you have this 303 Snapchat that the dad is disputing whether or not it was actually sent at that time. Right by the bridge. And we got the picture here. Let me go back to right here. That's the Snapchat shot. And that's right there. He took that shot right here, standing on that sidewalk. And then he just disappeared off the face of the earth. But you have to ask yourself is, why did he go back outside? That's the key thing to know, or to discuss, is why did he go back outside after dropping the dog off? Doesn't that fit up perfectly with somebody responding to maybe a private message where they said, hey, I'll meet you there. And he's like, yeah, great, pick me up at the bridge or something. And, you know, the person shows up and he goes back outside to meet up with that person. Doesn't that make the most sense out of this whole thing? Hey, thanks, monogamous apostate. Love hearing the facts and details. All right, we are now only 1363 away. Right, why would he go back outside? That's what makes the most sense. He's already outside with the dog. He's walking around. Why didn't he just walk over to the bridge when he had the dog outside already? Why go back up inside? And the reason is because you know you're going somewhere with somebody. See what I'm saying?
Chewbacca?
It's like somebody was going, he knows he's going somewhere with somebody, so he leaves the dog at home. That's why he doesn't have the shoes. He doesn't bring anything else with him, because he doesn't need them. All he has with him is his phone and keys, likely, right? Because you know, they can't find his phone. He must have had his keys so he can get back in. But he doesn't need his shoes. You know, he's just going to be in a car. They're going to go somewhere and have a rendezvous somewhere. Thank you, Paulette Leonard. 9 away from 5 memberships. Right. So 303, there's a Snapchat by the bridge, but the dog was already back in the apartment. That's the key moments in here. And then the 3:12 a.m., the phone pings on Williams Drive. Yep, Snapchat's, you know, Stephen Stearns probably had something to do with that. Libby and Abby. Let's see. I'm going to go give the 5 memberships out now. You guys did it. Thank you so much. Let me get to the live stream. And there we go. No, that's not what I almost gave myself a super chat. What the hell am I doing? And there you go. There you go. Maybe Violet Beauregard will get a membership. Maybe even Music City Mom. I'm getting kind of sick of giving them to the one person that's never even here anymore. They're like stealing them basically from other... Yeah, it didn't look like you got one there, Veruca Salt. Well, somebody else can try to get Veruca Salt a membership out there. The generous freaks are generous at trying to getting memberships out there. All right, so let me open up. There's a video that I wanted to play part of from News Nation. Is that it? Yeah.
This morning, we're spotlighting family search for missing college student Caleb Harris.
This is Court TV.
The 21-year-old was a student at Texas A.
This is Court TV that News Nation on Harris, I think.
If you go to Corpus Christi's group,
I just want to listen
did
to
anyone
this.
else post about outside hookup early March? Also, did anyone comment on any Caleb posts?
Huh? What do you think of the dad's interview? Well, I'm listening. I'm gonna watch it right now. That's what I was doing. If you go to Corpus Christi group,
is involved
anyone
in
else
quite a
post?
few true crime cases.
I don't know if there was anybody else that
What did
posted
you think
about.
of Dad's interview?
I haven't gone to their site, J1. Like I'm just reading what Caleb typed in. All right, let's listen to this. Thanks, Ozzy Tricia, for...
And praying that your son is found safe and can be brought home to you very soon. Could we start with some of the last things we know that Caleb was doing and really try to go back to those moments in time and see if there's anything there? Have
they been covering this much, Court TV? Because I did send Vinny the stuff that I found after I did my show and video on it and stuff like that. So I was thinking, he was like, wow, that's a game changer. So I wonder if they're sort of setting the like putting the case out there so it's on their show already, I don't know.
Together a timeline, Randy. We shared it on Friday of Caleb's disappearance and the last things he was known to be doing. We know he was at his house. We're talking about March the 3rd going into March the 4th playing video games. We know that he was...
Well, it's $1.99 a month there, Veruca Salt. But people have been trying to give you a free one.
Snapchatting him with a puppy dog. And Randy, I've seen some conflicting reporting about this. Who does the puppy belong to?
I think this was today. I thought.
It's actually his roommates, but it was going to be kind of their dog,
So see there, right there, there's one of the differences. It's the roommate's dog, and it was just going to be their dog. It didn't say it was the girlfriend of a roommate.
To share at the apartment and do some, just have a little community dog.
Sure. And we know one of the last snaps that he sent.
Yeah, it was weird at the end. Well, there was another person that was supposed to be on with him. I don't know who Tony is, though. Is Tony a law enforcement person, or?
Was a picture of the puppy, and he sent it to you.
And he kind of asked for the other person once they started mentioning that search area.
Your daughter. And so this was around 2:44 a.m. It looks like he's got the puppy in the parking lot. Randy, do we know, did Caleb return the puppy then to the apartment to his roommate?
Co-worker?
Yes, the puppy was back in the apartment.
I haven't watched all their interviews. It's not a meaningful.
And do you know if the roommates...
I mean, the thing is, the interviews that they're having out there aren't really that productive, really. It's just kind of like, hey, yeah, it's the same timeline over and over and over again, even when he brings his friend on. So you just kind of have to look at the other things, so you might get clues if you're trying to back engineer what they're doing out there, but there's no information that they're putting that helps people figure something out other than back engineering what they're saying and see what it really means.
Saw Caleb when he brought the dog back in?
No, he was asleep.
Okay. So that's what makes this really tough. I know that his roommate knew that he was going to be ordering from Uber Eats, and we know that he left the order behind, and so presumably his roommate's sleeping throughout this time. Randy, there was something that jumped out to me the most from the Snapchats, and I would love to know what you make of it. Caleb's Snapchat showed that he sent a picture of a bridge over a drainage ditch near the apartment, and this was at 3:03 a.m. Any idea what that could be about?
No, not really. And we, the timeline is best that we know it and what the law enforcement has put together. Forensics wise, we're not, it's not 100% that it was at that time, but there's something around that time, and it.
Yeah, maybe it was at 3:07 or something. A little closer. Maybe it was 3:10. Maybe it was closer to when the phone actually quit. Was off. I don't know.
And actually, even delayed even getting to his friends.
Yeah, so it was delayed getting to his friends. So it almost sounds like he's implying that 3:03 was before that, like it was delayed. The image time when he's saying 3:03, because they don't have his phone, so they're saying it might have been delayed before it got to the friend, who then said, "Yeah, I got this at 3:03." So if it was delayed, it kind of matches more up with the 2:58 time when his phone died, a little bit. But then, why does his phone ping again at 3:12?
So, not 100% sure or why, We just don't know.
Right. Yeah, that is such a mystery. You know, the puppy, I think we all get cute puppy pictures, why those would be sent. But the
like
drainage ditch just
like
seems
somebody said something stupid and they're a genius.
And that being said, we know it wasn't long after that, it was around 3:20 a.m. that Caleb's phone no longer starts pinging on any cell towers. I'm sorry, 3:12 a.m. Forgive me. It was at 3:20 that the Uber Eats order was dropped off. So 3:12, last known phone activity. 3:20 when the deliveries dropped. So we have just a short window there. Randy, your best educated guess, gut feeling, thoughts on what you think may have happened with Caleb?
Of course, we don't know. And actually, the phone was turned off or went dead at 12:58. I'm sorry, excuse me, 2:58.
Yeah.
So, as far as the additional pings and things like that,
yeah, but nobody why would you type in if you have nothing to say and you're typing out loud? It's just weird, you know. It's just weird.
Again, it could just be anomalies. We really don't know. But it did go. It was turned off on every device we can find. The last.
So is he saying that the 312 thing isn't really? I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to.
Things and things like that. Again, it could just be anomalies. We really don't know. But it did go. It was turned off on every device we can find. The last. Ping or whatever you want to call it. The phone was off at 2:58.
Huh. Okay. Well, now he's saying that the phone was completely off and didn't connect to any other devices or anything at 2:58. All right. So the 303, was it right around? So he puts the dog back in. He goes right back outside, and it's more like 2:57 or something that he gets into a car. But then why would his phone die immediately? Did he turn it off because he didn't want to be tracked somehow? Maybe he has, some things with his parents, like one of those sites like, I don't know, I forgot the name of it. I have the one that I can't remember, the tracking ones. Let's see. No, not that one. Everyone's trying to sleuth out really quick and type it in. Yeah, Life 360. Yeah, just found it on my phone. Yeah, so Life 360. Maybe he had something like that and he wanted to turn it off right when he got into a vehicle with somebody and then something went wrong. That might make him feel a little bit less paranoid about what he's doing at that point. So, I mean, it doesn't really change anything in the theory. Like, he could have just been, that's when he took the image, sent it to his friend, and then just right after that, so that image got delayed in being sent. So, I mean, not sent, but making it to the friend. So let's say the picture was taken at 2:57, and then he gets into a car, and then he turns off his phone so it can't be tracked. And, I mean, I don't know if he would think of doing that. Somebody mentioned that the other day. I don't know. He might not have cared. I mean, who's going to, unless he has one of those apps, nobody would know. Man, you guys are just rapping back and forth instead of having, let's see. I don't know. I don't think it ran out of battery. It's what are the odds it ran out of battery right when he went missing, Twin Thing? That's like, the odds of that are 1 in a million. Like, the moment he goes missing, his battery died. Because he was still out and about at 2:45, walking, taking video. Then he puts the dog back in, and then his phone just miraculously dies right when he goes missing. I don't know. I don't think so. I think he either turned it off intentionally for what he was doing, or the people or the person he got into a car with did something. Like, immediately. So this is what I like. When people do well, it could be this. Make sure it's a better odds than the thing that I just said. Don't make it something that's less odds. Then it's like, oh, jeez. I like to kind of keep narrowing it down with something that's Like if you have something that's better, like a better odds of happening, then I'll go, oh yeah, okay, boom. And then I'll take out my thought. Which point to set up of some kind. Sadly, I don't think it ends well. Yeah, well, not if that Reddit post is the reason. It doesn't sound like there's a really good outcome if the Reddit post is why he is missing. Well, no, that doesn't. The rewards almost never work, Danielle. So that doesn't say anything at all. You could put 1 million in there, and somebody might not do it. I mean, you remember the Molly Tibbetts had like $250,000, and the Delphi case had that much, and nobody came forward in any of those. Wouldn't one of the Odinists have said, "Man, I can get 250"? Yeah. I think he turned it off. Went to location with the person, and yeah, that makes the most sense. That's what I was saying. That he probably, in the scenario that the father here seems like he knows something, and he probably would rather have the friend explain it or something. But it sounds like what he's saying here is that the 312 was an anomaly, they think. The 303 was just the time that was on the friend's Snapchat image. But they think it might have been before because there was no other substantiated communications from that phone after it went off at 2:58. So that makes it very, he puts the dog back inside and just basically 10 minutes later his phone's off. 13 minutes later his phone's off. I mean, we don't know when he put the dog inside, right? Because he was 2:45, he ordered the Uber Eats. Was he already inside with the dog at that time? Or was he still walking with the dog? Because at 2:44 he was outside doing a video with his sister on Snapchat. So then 1 minute later, he's probably likely still outside ordering the Uber Eats. Then he goes back to the apartment. Let's say at 2:49, he goes into the apartment, puts the dog in there, shuts the door, and then immediately turns around and walks back out. Maybe even goes into the apartment for a couple minutes, freshens up or whatever the hell you want to call it. So maybe he leaves the apartment at 2:52, 2:53, walks out, goes down the road. He's by the bridge, takes a photograph. Right after he sends that message, it might have been something he wanted to send out just for a little safety, like here's where I was. And then he turns off his phone when the car pulls up. And then something bad happened after that.
What happened, we really don't know. That's part of the hard, it's hard for us to understand, is we just don't know. There's no evidence of anything, as well as he just basically vanished. And that's the hard part. We don't know if he was coerced into getting into a vehicle or forced into a vehicle, or we just don't know.
Or willingly got into a vehicle.
We don't have any timeline cameras after that, so that we know of. Of course, the law enforcement is doing a phenomenal job, and they're working very, very hard.
Randy, my heart breaks for you as you're sharing this, because like you said, it's like he vanished, but people don't just vanish. There's a reason. Something had to have happened.
Right.
I'm curious, did Caleb have a set routine, a certain time that he would always be out walking the dog, or a certain pattern that somebody, who may, God forbid, have wanted to do him harm could have picked up on?
Well, I mean, the pattern is he was oftentimes in the late evening, he was on the Reddit post, if that's him. I think it is.
No, actually, yes, Caleb's he's a creature of habit, very much so. Being out that late with a brand new dog, they'd just gotten a dog like at 10:15, 10:30 that night. So that's why they were out. There's a video at 1 o'clock, with his roommate, another friend. They were out playing with the dog. Best we know, take the dog out, come back, and order Uber Eats, leave the dog, and then maybe went outside to wait for his order. I mean, he's an outdoors guy, but he wouldn't go walking at that time of night, especially outside the complex.
Sure.
All right, you guys, we got 723 people watching with abysmal 485 likes. Abysmal. So let's, here we go. Everybody hit that like button. 10, 20, 25, 30, 25, 40. Hit that like button. 50, 50. Do our hair 60, do our hair 70, do our hair 80, do our hair 90. Hey, hit that like button. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Hit that like button. Use your nose, use your toes, whatever it takes, but hit the damn like button. It's one of the easiest things in the world to do. If you have to use your elbow, do that. Sometimes you might have to use your tongue, but just hit the damn like button. All right.
And Randy, I wanted to ask you about that, please. As we understand, there's a bay a couple thousand feet away from where the apartment complex is located.
I almost said boogers, Dana. I almost said boogers. But.
I'm sure this, has been discussed with you. Investigators, are looking in that area. Do you think the bay could be key? Randy, I wanted to ask you about that, please. As we understand, there's a bay a couple thousand feet away from where the apartment complex is located. I'm sure this, has been discussed with you. Investigators, are looking in that area.
See, here's what my, sleuth. If I was going to be like, so I sent Vinny the information on that, and then they know that this information exists, but don't really want to bring it up with him. But they are going to bring up the bay, that little wetland area sort of related information, because they know that it exists.
Do you think the bay could be key to this? Would there be any reason he would go near the bay?
That particular bay, a lot of people say, well, maybe he went fishing or whatever. He would never do that. One, he always goes with a roommate or a buddy. That particular bay is Oso Bay, not a place he would normally fish at all. It's just not a great place to go fishing. He would normally go out on the island, out by Mustang Island or North Padre Island. He had 3 to 4 definite fishing spots that he would really work hard at and knows those spots really, really well, and so do we. So for him to go to Oso Bay to do something would be very, very rare, and really you may have known, we've searched and searched and searched, including 12 hours of helicopter time, that entire bay, the reservoirs, the whole area, from the air, from the water, underwater, and then ground searches.
Oh, Randy, my heart, I know the hearts of all of our viewers just break for you, the agony that you must be in. Caleb, what a handsome, smart, talented young man. I know you have said that he was such a helpful person. Do you think that someone could have used that to their advantage to prey upon him?
Really don't know. It's just an unknown question right now.
It's just dreadful.
Did we get Tony on the line as well? Did he?
He unfortunately wasn't able to connect with our tech ops team.
Hey, by the way, I saw comments earlier about the twin thing doesn't donate. She donates all the time. She just doesn't do it on super chats. She helps support the channel all the time. She's been around forever, so.
We tried. We did try to get in Tony Mathis, who Randy just mentioned. That's a family friend who's been helping. But listen, Randy, we're out of time for today, but we would love to continue the conversation with you and with Tony. Hopefully we can connect with him next time as well. So we'll keep spreading the word. Every good wish to you and your family as you continue to work to bring Caleb home.
those spots really, really well, and so do we.
See, I think it's now that we know that they were, well, maybe there is a reason though, Cindy. I mean, you know, when people smart off to you, it's probably because you said something, just like happens to you and I all the time too, right? Right. That's what I thought. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So he mentions the area over here, or she mentions it to him, and then yeah, I mean they were searching over here. I think in this area, I mean it was kind of like Oso Bay, but I thought they even said like the preserve area. Let me open up one of these right here. I mean this here. Where does it say? And man, you guys, massive Lowell City. Lowell City here. Oso Bay Wetlands Preserve. See, look at right here. This is it. Look at on the 21st day of tech, you know, whatever. Let's just go down here. And rescue crews deepen their search of the Oso Bay Wetlands Preserve. Okay, that means they did go search that area. Now look at right here. Hey, anybody want to meet me at the Oso Bay hiking trail? Then you go here, and this is where the parking spot is for the hiking trail, and this is the preserve right here. I mean, it's the same place, right? So come on. I mean, how is that not connected at that point? Isn't that weird? Yeah. So, anyways, anybody have any thoughts on it? I mean, I can open up the lines, but we've already hit a dead zone here, so. I mean, I've never seen it like this on this show, where for hours, like you got 30, 40 minutes of just wah, 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 wah. It's crazy. So let's see. So I think it feels like the interview with the dad sort of verified that this area here was searched, which is exactly where he messaged, and that's why you probably would bring people over here. And so they've been way ahead. You know, they obviously are ahead of everything that we know, but we try to like back engineer what the police are doing so that we know what they're doing. Sometimes in cases, and then figure out what the hell's going on because of that. Sometimes we're ahead of them. Oh, of course they're aware of the information, yeah. Yep, of course they are. Yeah, except we've been crazy lately. So usually when we have 700 and some people, those are the really good nights where we make up for some of the shitty nights. But lately with 700 people, they're just really low and average. And I know what it takes for each of the months to get to a certain point. That's why I actively try to, you know, raise super chats. You guys all know what we do here. We do, you know, amazing stuff during the month and at the end of the month, and it helps allow me to keep doing the shows, etc. And that's all I can tell you. So if you're somebody out there that can afford to help support the channel, that'd be great. Other than that, just watch the show and hit the like button and share, whatever. Let's see. But it's just weird how it's just different, you know. A woman could have done harm to him. I doubt it. I don't think it's a woman. Unless there was a guy with her or something like that. Well, thanks, Laura Lane. I hope so. But anyways, nobody's calling in. So anyways, I think that's going to do it. I think we're all caught up, you guys. You have any thoughts in there? I just shut down the Skype. Any other thoughts? And we know if it's true there was an accident. I heard that there was one, but it doesn't matter. It's after. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. Yeah. There's somebody trying to sell people that that's more significant. And if there was an accident. So let's say there was an accident, you guys. Where's his body then? Everybody was standing around. They quickly hit his body, and then it's so stupid. It's ludicrous. It has nothing to do with it. Right. Yeah, I know which channel you watched, Wise Child, because of your comment. In your last video, did you go over the comments he posted to on other... No, I don't even know what you're referring to. No, I don't think there was anything... The other comments he made on other posts were just sexual, like, hey, check me out, you know. There weren't anything that was like you would think, oh my God, that's absolutely related. I didn't see anything like that. It kind of makes me nervous even opening it up the his website. Where the hell is that? Yeah, right there. Outside physics. Yeah, that's an embarrassment, Wise Child. That's like listening to one of the dumbest people on the planet. Good job, though. Good job. Wow. Let me see. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I don't know how you spend 5 seconds. It's mind-boggling. Okay? Now, so there's comments. He only has a few comments. Like, if you click on his comments here that he left, he posted a lot, but he says, no upvote women's. That's so hot. DM me, DM me, DM me. It's a lot of DMing. Nah, that's okay, Karen. I got to get going here. Maybe another show, though. What are you talking about? Keep grinding up. Oh my God. Yeah, we've already shown it. It's just really simple. It's like right here. You know, if you got off here, I don't know. Like here's the path right here. It kind of goes around. You know, like if you parked here, you would walk around like this. This is the hiking trail over there, and it cuts into this area, and then it goes into all these kind of dirt areas. There's another parking area over here, etc. Right? So there it is. I mean, it's not like a complicated place, other than once you get in. If you take this one, it gets a little like windy, kind of heads out here, it looks like, to Osprey Overlook area. Then right here and over here and over here and over here. Okay. All right. Anyways, thank you to Kelly Snyder, Daphne, Rad Story, Snarky Cinderella, Kami, Cheryl, Georgina Stoliker, Wise Child, Maud, Matilda, what is it? Viv Photography, then Alley Cake with a cat eye. Say no to lols, she said. Well, there were plenty. Donna Aldridge, almost made it. Hey, Gray, put mine in the donation pot if we do. Yeah, I mean, we didn't, you know, I could tell this wasn't going to be one of those nights. T-Mac, and then Annabelle Roma, EDM Summer, Annabelle Roma, 18 months. Then we have Chicken Wing, Donna Aldridge, Mad as a Cut Snake, Daphne, Sandy Shirley, Pixie Blue, Peter Gene Salzman, Don McNeil, Ozzy Trisha, 27 months, and then she gifted 5 memberships. And thank you all for gifting the memberships out there. And people who got memberships. Well, we got 11 new ones, I guess. So, CJ, 10 months, then Osiris Stewart, Ozzy Trisha, The Broken Scout, Cheryl, Marigator, George Leonard, Simply Me, The Broken Scout, Carolina T, Yee, Michelle H, Danielle, Mickey Duff, Pixie Blue, Monogamous Apostate, Paulette Leonard, J1, Danielle, Judy Lynn Riley. Then I gifted 5 memberships because of you guys got to the sort of a step up above the minimum goal. And then Ozzy Trisha gifted a membership. There you go. There you go. I'm just going to take off. I'm going to go do something else. Maybe work on a video or something. You know what I mean? It's like whenever you have these long, like 45, 50-minute lulls, it's just sort of like I could be making a video, post that tomorrow, make up the difference. You know what I mean? So there you go. It's awesome. So maybe tomorrow I don't know what we'll talk about tomorrow. I was thinking of doing, somebody sent me this case, what was it? It was, the hell was it? No, I can't find it now. Oh, this one? No, must be the third maybe. Yeah, somebody named Linda Grimm. There's no newspaper articles on it, but there's articles on. You know, we can just go over it and try to figure it out. You know, I don't know. It's hard to do anything else. Thank you, Keto Karen. I'm sure we're probably. Last night's show was demonetized, but I had them recheck it, and they monetized it later. But it's like, who watches it again after it's over, you know? Anyways, yeah, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I'm gonna go check on my wife, see how she's doing. And thank you guys for your generosity during the show, early on. Please show the Apple River video from start to finish on. I don't want to do it, Glenn. I don't do that stuff that you're probably trying to get me to do. Please show the Apple River video from start to finish on frame to frame and analyze. I don't even know what you're talking about. The Apple River video? Why don't you send me a link of it? Maybe I'll take a look at it. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, send me the video of it. Here's where I'm at. I'm at that the Reddit post means something. And I think that's it. So all the other stuff now to me is sort of, yeah. Because I really believe that has something to do with it. Well, send me the link, Glamis Girl. Do you know how to do that, or? What are you talking about, Cindy? She said, play the Apple River video from start to finish. What Apple River video? Ah, Jesus. Yeah, I saw that they were covering the case where a kid stabbed a whole bunch of people. Is it all on video or something? Yeah, I just need somebody to send me the video that you're talking about. Ah, Jesus. Man, look at this. It's nonstop. You're not responding the way it needs to be responded to. Ah, geez, Cindy. Everything's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Send anything to YouTube, but can figure it out. Okay. When you say the video, is there an actual video of it happening, or is there a video of like a trial that you want me to watch? I mean, what are you trying to get me to watch? Jesus. See you later, Michelle. Who are you, Izzy? Because whenever you type something like that in, I just don't care. You get it? I've been talking to Elon Musk. Hope everyone is okay. You haven't been talking to Elon Musk. Let's see. It's the evidence video from the event. I know. Is it unedited where you can just watch it? I'm not playing it on the show, but I mean, I'll go look at it later. Ah, Jesus. Yeah. Somebody take the time and send a link. Instead of just listening to Cindy over and over and go, yeah, oh God, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, all right, everybody? So thank you very much for being here. And there's Blue and Chloe looking at nothing again. They just need... I need to go give Blue his medicine now anyways. Oh, I don't think so. Right. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Maybe I'll take a look at it. That might be interesting. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, thug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grayl's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to it. Well, thank you, Glamis Girl. That's why I want to watch the video. All right, you guys. See you guys later. Be safe out there. And this is how the last hour of the show sounded in my head. Listen to this.